Alrighty then. So we are dropping down into the tower for the very first Destiny 2 town hall meeting of awesomeness. Yay! Awesomeness. So guys, don't forget to share your audio if you didn't already. Since Twitch was being stupid and it took a little while for it to get started. Sorry about that. Anyway, we are gonna hang out in the tower today, and just kind of go over things that we have learned, our plans for the clan, all of that good stuff. The first thing that I wanted to go over, was the future plans that they've announced so far for Destiny 2. Next week or tomorrow starts the what is it called? The faction rallies or whatever. So that's why you should have an update on your Destiny, is because of that and other things. That dance is ridiculous, Cupcake. And so as we find out, like what we like as far as weapons go and all that, we'll let you know. What I'll probably end up doing is the same thing I did in Destiny 1, which was run a different faction on each character. So that way I can have a good mix, right? Because you can switch weapons between characters and all that good stuff. Oh, great. Now I have both of you guys. That's fantastic. My poor Titan. He's like, I can't unsee this. So that's going to be coming up, and then they're going to be doing guided games with the raid. They're already doing it with the Nightfall. I haven't had a chance yet to actually go and load up the guided games for the Nightfall. We are going to be having, like some of the admins or whatever going in there and doing some guided games, just so that way we can use it as a recruitment tool. So if you're interested in helping out with that, let us know, especially when we're doing the raid and stuff like that. If you go over to Hawthorne, you'll see all of the clan rewards that we get from her. And so far this week, we got the Nightfall and the Crucible. At least half of the team has to be wearing the clan tag, which leads me, here's Hawthorne. Hello, Hawthorne.
You gonna hang out with your clan?
Which kind of leads me into the next one of if you're not wearing the clan tag, you probably should be, so that way you can get all the awesome stuff. But when you open up your menu, you can see everything that's going on with the clan, including what we've gotten so far for the weekly clan engrams. The trials one does require 7 a 7-win ticket. It does not require flawless though, but just a 7-win ticket. If you have not gone into trials yet, it's quite fun. And by fun, I mean not fun at all. So, they're probably going to be adjusting it as it goes through. Hi, Wench. They're already going through and adjusting things. So I'm sure that, as the game goes along, they'll work out the kinks and things. So if you're not wearing the clan tag, it would be awesome if you were. So you can either send me a message and I'll send you an invite. You can go through the game over here to invites and then select like, yes, I want to be in the clan here. Or what you can do is go to the Bungie website and request or accept clan invites from there. So pretty awesome. Our clan level goes up. It is capped at 100,000. So that way, you know, people didn't, big clans didn't get it like all in one go. And so once you get the clan tag, you'll get a clan banner, and it has all of our clan perks on it. So right now we're getting additional glimmer, and increased public event rewards. So next week we will hit rank 4, and we'll get the improved rewards from eliminating Cabal enemies, whatever that means. So I guess we'll find out next week. So, you know, it's kind of cool that they did something like this, so we can all help out. There is also the powerful gear, and so you'll get weekly milestones. I think all of my milestones are already done for the week. You'll get weekly milestones to say powerful gear on them. And yes, we do know that people's Leviathan quest milestone things drop off. Last I heard, we don't know why, but it is. So yeah, fun times. So make sure that you go on each character and do your powerful gear.
I'm here.
This is how you can get huge jumps up in your power. So Hawthorne will have one for reaching your clan XP. The call to arms that you get from Shaxx, that they just made a whole heck of a lot easier. I think I played like 5 quick plays and I got my 100%, so that was pretty awesome. So, you know, make sure that you go and do that because it's not nearly as painful now. Completing the Nightfall will get you one. And flashpoints. So what we did is we set up the calendar to kind of mimic the powerful gear. So on Tuesdays we started off with kind of the easy one, and so it's or one of the easy ones. So you can sign up on Tuesday and run Crucible with us, and you can run as many characters as you want. Now that they've made it easier, it will make it easier to do multiple characters in one night, whereas before it was like 10 or 15 games or whatever, depending on how many we want. So that kind of sucked. On Wednesday, we were doing flashpoints, and so Cade will pick a different flashpoint each week. And it's just mostly kind of for a fun, middle of the week, not a lot of thinking type of activity. Hang out with other people in the clan. On Thursdays is when we will be doing the Nightfall. And if you have... I don't have it on my Titan, do I? No, it's on my Warlock. If you have that Rat Pack... quest line for the exotic, it does have on the very last step to finish the Nightfall with at least 5 minutes left. I'm sure that as we get further and further along, like as people's power goes up and everything, we will be able to get that a lot easier. And I mean, a lot of it is we're still learning the modifiers, we're learning all of the maps, the different mechanics of the strikes, you know, all that good stuff. This week was actually kind of easier because there are so many like videos on YouTube and everything that had the location of all the anomalies. So you could, look up where the anomalies were, and if you shot them all, you would get like, I don't know, like 10 or 15 minutes extra or something. So it made it easier to finish. So we'll slowly, start learning how everything works and go from there. And then Friday and Saturday night will be for the raid. The raid is a lot of fun. I really like it. I like the mechanics and the way that it worked and everything. It definitely helps to go in there with a higher power, which I mean is always true, right? It changes. So unlike the way that the raids worked in Destiny 1, the order of the encounters will change every week. So that way you can kind of, even if you can only drop in for a little bit or whatever, you can go in there and do like something different, right? And yes, Wench, it is so pretty. It is like the prettiest raid ever. You will get tokens that you can give to this Benedict dude to increase reputation with the Emperor at the end of the raid. You will also get have the capability to get these keys. Like I have an engine key here, and so make sure that you go into the raid, and we will post that Reddit link. Cupcake remind me to do that. We will post that on the website, so that way you guys can watch all the videos of where all of these chests are. So there's 2 different layers to the raid. There's the normal layer where we go and fight shit and blow shit up, and it's really pretty. And then there's like a whole underbelly maze thing on the bottom, and there's chests down there, and you can open it for gear and fun stuff. And it's kind of fun. It's different, right? So you don't have to go through the entire raid just to get to the chest. My understanding is that these keys go away at reset. So if you get a key, make sure you go and use it or you lose it. I'm gonna go in there later tonight and open up the engine key. There are like 7, I think, chests or something like that. So 9. There's 9 chests. And I think it's like random which keys you get. So, it's if you ever need help with them, you can always just show up on a Monday Mixers. That would be the perfect time to go open your chests before you lose them the next day. And it sounds like the majority of them you could kind of go in there by yourself, but you might need like help on some of them. So just let us know, and we'll be happy to help you out.
No. Thank you.
And Wench. So they're completely separate from the raid. So when you go down to open up the chest using those keys, you don't even do the raid at all. It's just like it's on the outside where you go up all of those stupid ramps and steps and everything on the outside, and then you go underneath and all that fun stuff. So on Friday and Saturday night we will be doing somebody made a big ball. We will be doing the raid, and I don't really have for you like which weapons are best for the raid or anything like that. It's just more of bring what's your highest power and what you're most comfortable with type deal. There are some guns that are really good at certain aspects, and I'll start kind of keeping a list for you guys, so that way you can start going through and grabbing stuff, because there will be time when you will actually be able to keep all of your guns. Like, I don't even have the guns I wanted to show you on this character. So I'm a warlock. Anyway, Sunday night is off for now, and Monday is mixers and monthly meetings as normal. If you want to suggest anything to put onto the calendar, let us know. Participation rules did start up this week, so make sure that you follow the rules and all that by keeping in touch with the clan, being active, especially with the way that it works now with the clan rewards and it helping out everybody with gear and all that. It's good to be active, right? And they're still doing all sorts of awesome things in here. If you are stuck with leveling up, my suggestion to you, and I know that for some people it's already too late, but you may be able to go and create an alt, which is what I've done. Like, my Titan currently is at a higher power level than my Warlock because of this. But hold off on doing your exotic quest until you get to like a point where you're kind of stuck, so that way you can get that big power boost from it, and then getting exotics from heroic public events are really useful too. We do know how to turn all the public events into heroics, so if you have any questions about how that works, let us know, and we can tell you. Maybe if I feel very righty, I might write up a description of it on the website, or find a Reddit link or something that kind of goes through what exactly you have to do on each public event to make it heroic. And then also your powerful gear. That's how you can get, like, I haven't even gotten any of the exotic, well, I got the Mida, and that's it on my Titan. And then once you have a character that is higher, it kind of helps pull your other lower characters along. What exactly the math is, I can't tell you off the top of my head, but it is kind of there. So it makes it easier, and all that. But, I mean, right now, it's just kind of a go out there and play, get all of your subclasses unlocked, all that fun stuff. If you are near or at the glimmer limit of 100,000, 100,000 glimmer, go buy weapon parts and from the gunsmith, and once you hit 280, or not weapon parts, sorry, mods from the gunsmith, and once you hit 280, you can start turning them into purples, which grants you the +5. The +5 is great for your overall power level, so they'll kind of give you a boost for when you are doing, say a nightfall or whatever. If you're looking for something in particular, like, I know that it's hard sometimes to get a kinetic or whatever, you can break down some of the purple mods that you no longer need, or you have a ton of, and it will give you mod components, and then you can come over here and just buy one that's like an armor or just a weapon to kind of narrow down your chances. And then it uses the blues, which you buy from Banshee, and you can make all of your purples. You can only hold 50 on you, which sucks. And so I have a crap ton in my vault. You can also throw those transmat things into your vault, as well as weapons, gear, all that type of stuff. So yeah, I have to kind of do funny stuff to get my inventory to not be so full, because my inventory is really full all the time. When your blues drop though, it drops, or actually all of your engrams, when it drops to your base level. So that means without the +5 that you have. So like on this sidearm, it would be at 295. Because of that, it also means that if you get say if I were to get another sidearm that was a 296, that was a blue or didn't have a +5 on it, I could infuse it into this one. Because it's infusions on base level, not +5 level. So yay. My Titan arms are really big, and I cannot find arms in this game I like, and it really sucks. So I think that's pretty much it. You know, it's really just about go out there, play. Just playing will get you, you know, the gear and all of that. I know Cupcake and Cosmic, you two were going and like farming heroic public events, right? So how often were you getting exotics out of that?
Averaging 1 every 5, maybe 5 or 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say probably close to that.
Yeah.
Do you have the fire team medallions on?
Oh
Really
yeah.
helps.
Oh yes, thank you for reminding me about that. So that might be, you know, why if you're not doing a bunch of them in a row, why you're not getting the exotics out of them. Also, you can go over to Tess, and she has pretty things to buy that I am not going to sit here and buy. But you can buy fire team medallions. They last for 4 hours, and they give you and everybody in your fire team a boost. Not only an XP, so like the Kellogg's ones for XP, or like the old Vanguard boosters were just XP, but it also increases your loot. So if you're going to be playing for a while, gonna go ahead and put one of these on. They cost 50 bright dust. So you can, you know, of course, buy it for monies, but also you can just get bright dust through the game. I think if you break down certain gear and ornaments and whatnot, you can get bright dust, and then she'll just give it to you sometimes with bright engrams. Just randomly, and I spent a bunch of it on pretty stuff because yeah, and so I don't have very much. Ooh, she has legs for sale. See, this is what happens is I go over here and I look at Tess and I'm like, I'm gonna buy a fire team medallion. Oh look, she has legs, I'm going to buy that. So yeah, that definitely helps you out. We are around, you know, if you ever have any questions, just let us know. As soon as we find out stuff, we try and let you guys know. I know that they fixed a bunch of issues in that big update that they pushed out today. So hopefully any problems that you've been running into they will address soon, or if they haven't already. And the two that I know of that have not been fixed is our Trials Engram that we picked up from Hawthorne last week. Came in at power level 10, which sucked. And People's Leviathan milestones are disappearing.
No hurry, Guardian.
So, fun. There are also like a few glitches where you have to go to orbit and in order for things to refresh. So if you finish your call to arms, you have to go down to the tower, talk to Shax, go back to orbit, and then you can go into trials. Once you complete those first milestone with Zavala to do 2 strikes, you have to go down to the tower, talk to Zavala, go back to orbit, go back down to the tower and talk to Zavala again, and then you can get into the Nightfall. So, yeah. Is it annoying? Yes. Have they fixed it yet? No. Will they probably fix it? Maybe. We'll see. Especially like the one about the Nightfall. You're only going to run into it once.
Looking for anything special?
Per character, so it's not as bad. So I went and I visited Future Work Halt and Dead Orbit, which was over by the hangar. So I can go run over by the New Monarchy, just for the hell of it. So I think I about covered everything. Certified, you got anything to add?
I can't say as I do.
Okay. How about you, Cosmic?
Just that I will be working on my exotic quest on my alt characters. I already did them on my Titan, but I will be working on the exotics for my alt. So, especially for the Rat King, when we have to have at least 2 people in the fire team for the Nightfall. Just let me know, if anybody is working on the Rat King at the same time. We'll see if we can schedule time to run the Nightfall together or whatnot. So, because I think the Rat King is the only exotic where you have to have more than one person on the fire team. Yeah, so that would the longer the game is out, the harder it's going to be to find people that are on that quest step for the exotic. So if we start working on it now, at least get people working on it now, so we won't struggle to find people like we did with the that one gun in Destiny 1.
Outbreak
the hell
Prime.
Was it called? The Outbreak Prime. Yeah, it got really hard to find people that are on that same quest step towards the end. So, yeah, so we could just figure out, who's working on what for the exotic quest and make sure that we can link people up that are on the same step. So we're not struggling to find people.
And if you sign up for the Nightfall and you do have that quest step, you're on the Nightfall part, just write a comment in there about it, and that way, it'll let me know that I'll try and pair you up with another person who has it. Yeah, that's what I normally try to do that. There's a cat up there. Sorry. Distraction. Cupcake. You got anything other than the fact that there's a cat up here?
No, not really.
Okay.
I think everything was covered.
Alrighty. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and, write them out in the chat and Twitch. I have my Twitch chat up so I can answer them as you write them in. If you know anybody who's looking for a clan, send them our way. We do ask that they fill out an application on the laughingatdestiny.shifter.com site. We will not be, sending out any notifications through, Xbox or anything like that about stuff. So we kind of expect you guys to be checking the Shifter website. You can set it up to email you whenever there's a message that comes through. At the very least, you will get one message a week from me sometime on Tuesday. And that will be sent out. It's called Weekly Notes. You'll get it sometime on Tuesday. Kind of depends with my new work schedule. There will probably be designated days for trials soon. You can always go out into the shout box and whatnot to see. There's also a new chat functionality in Bungie on our Bungie clan, so you can go there and chat too. So you have two different places to chat with people. As of right now, we don't have it on the calendar. What we may do at first is just have it the way we did it with Trials in Destiny 1, where we have the sign up there, and then people can just let people say, I'm interested in this, or whatever, right? And that might be what we do. It just kind of depends. Trials is very difficult. Not only from the point of the view of the game, where it's hard because it's, Trials and it's hard. It's also kind of hard from the point of view of getting people together, a group of 4 people together that work well together and have time to spend on it and all of that stuff. So I'll write you down as being interested in that, Raider. And if you know of anybody else that's interested in the clan who wants to run trials on a regular basis, have them come talk to me. I'd like to hear what you guys would like to have on the schedule for trials, because we've tried things in the past and nobody ever really signed up for it. Prestige is another one that will go on to the schedule eventually. What we may do is have on, say Nightfall nights, that will have a time slot that's open for the quote normal Nightfall, and then a time slot that's open for the Prestige version. There is also a Prestige version for the raid. It is a recommended power level of 300, and so as we all know, when it comes to Bungie, when it says recommended power level, what it really means is you better be above that recommended power level. The highest you can be in the game right now is 305, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So math. I'm an engineer. I can do math. So, we're looking at people being at least 300. That list of people that's within the clan that's over 300 is very small. And that's 300 with a variety of weapons and gear. So, once we get to that comfortable point, we'll start off with the Prestige on the Nightfall, and then we'll put the Prestige for the raid. And honestly, I feel like we need to be more comfortable with the mechanics of those first, before we start thinking about going in and doing Prestige. My understanding is that your gear just drops with your power level anyway throughout Destiny 2, so it's not like you have to do it at the prestige level. You do get a nifty aura that does shit. And whatever. But like you can hit 305 and never do a prestige. So I don't know, Wench. We're not even ready for prestige on Nightfall yet, so I'm not even worried about it. I want to see regular completions of normal raid first. So it's kind of a philosophy of I want to make sure that we don't burn ourselves out and we enjoy the game and we go at the correct pace of things. There will be people that get there sooner than other people, just depending on their amount of playtime and, RNG and all that fun stuff. But I think there was a definite fallout, I felt, from Rise of Iron. And that all of our light level rose so high that in order to get anything useful, we were stuck having to do the hard raid, and the hard wrath was just ridiculous. So, and it burnt people out and kind of left a bad taste in people's mouths. And so I'm definitely up for the challenge. I just want to make sure that it's a good challenge and not a what the hell are we even trying to do type of challenge. Kind of like, when you go into something, then you're way, way underpowered or underlit for it, and it sucks. So that's just kind of the philosophy that the officers and I are taking with this. And we won't be getting any, new content until the next DLC. So, go out and play it and really learn the game, the new mechanics, go chase after gear. If you find a gun that you really, really like, go post about it on the website. We'd love to hear about it. And, have fun. And like I said, if you know of anybody who wants to join the clan because they're looking for a new clan, just let us know. And, have them go to the website, or they can just message me if you're not sure, how they can get to an app. And, I can help them with filling out an application and all that good stuff. So I'll give you guys like another minute or so to get caught up and ask any questions you may have. And then we will wrap this one up.
Is it true? Is the city safe?
Oh, we will also be playing, I haven't figured out where on the schedule it's going to be going yet, but ever so often we will have fun social things. So we'll do a throwback night to Destiny 1 ever so often, maybe once a month, once a quarter or something, where we go and do fun. Yes, maybe run King's Fall, whatever, right? And
what a great idea.
We will get the PlayStation exclusive stuff. So we will probably go into Destiny 1 and go and do their strike or whatever just for the hell of it. It'll be fun. We will also ever so often have a fun social night in the tower, and or farm, and we will, play hide and seek. We'll have soccer matches, playing hide and seek in this tower is going to be crazy. Because
Crazy awesome.
crazy awesome. I have found so many hiding spots already. It's going to be awesome, and it is going to take the poor seeker forever to find anybody. For those of you who are new, never played hide and seek with us, we turn off our HUDs and run around social spaces and play hide and seek. It's basically how it works. We were doing it in private matches before, but Destiny 2 doesn't have any private matches, so you know. So we will also be doing fun stuff like that ever so often. If you have any other ideas of fun outside of the game, but yet still inside of the game, things that we could do, let me know. As for completing the raid, we will complete the raid when we complete the raid. I don't really know. We got pretty far on Friday night. We got about like halfway through. I don't know how far you guys got on Saturday night. And then I know some people are talking about meeting up on Sunday, and just running off of checkpoints. You know, we're going to get there, and I think that it will be faster once people start learning it. The main thing that, you know, I just want to say about the raid in general is that if you are in the raid, like, make sure, especially if you're new, but make sure you're paying attention, so that way we don't have to explain things repeatedly. Ask questions if you have questions. I mean, I know sometimes, like, you're just like, I don't know if I had a question until I saw it. I get it, right? But, you know, don't stay quiet and just because you think that everybody wants to get through the raid, because if you don't understand a mechanic or something, then you're not going to be able to, to stay alive, or, you know, whatever it is that you need to do, whatever your mechanic is. And, hey, I did not mean to hit you, Cookie, okay? So, I mean, it's totally, I think that my stick was actually rolling forward. It's time for a new controller, because every so often I'll be, like, standing still and my character will kind of take a few steps forward into the back of Cookie. Hey, what is this, like, pick on Ellie night or something? Makes you feel any better. Wench is dangerous with a tank. She runs you over. Any other questions? I'm reading chat. I know you love the tanks, Wench. You're a bit scary in those tanks. So yeah, you know, like I said, participate, let us know what you want. It's your clan too. And we hope to see you signing up for stuff and all that good stuff. I'll give you a couple more seconds and then we'll just go ahead and wrap this up if there are no more questions. And I will post this out onto YouTube, so if you missed part of it, or you want to rewatch it later because it's just so much fun, whatever, you can watch it on YouTube. I'll have it posted. I'm just going to throw out there, but sometimes I was being pushed by other people too, so it's not only my fault. Alright guys, enjoy Destiny 2. It's pretty awesome. I love all the cutscenes. They're great. And we will see you guys in the events for the next few weeks. And I will be updating the calendar soon with upcoming events and the next town hall meeting, which should be the last Monday of the month. So, laters.